I'm going to talk about set equipment and terminology. We're going to start with apple boxes. We pretty much use it for anything on set, whether you're standing on it to put the actor up higher, or you're putting a camera operator on a group of apple boxes to raise him up so he can operate maybe a camera on high sticks, or you're using it to maybe level a platform, or a myriad of things that you can use apple boxes for. It comes in a full, a half, a quarter, and a pancake. When you look at the full apple box, there's several different ways that you can use the apple box. So there's a little bit of set terminology someone might sling at you and say, bring me an apple box and put it in New York or Chicago or LA. Then we have the C47. I know it doesn't look like an airplane, it's just a clothespin. The water's kind of muddy on how did they get named C-47s. Some people said they were named C-47s because the C-47 plane was so reliable. Other people say that it's the bin that they were stored in. But what I've heard through my whole career is that some line producer needed to explain why he was paying so much money for clothespins, and so changed the term to C-47s to make it sound more technical and expensive, and hence why we have the C47. But you use these for, pinning gels to lights. That's really pretty much the only use for them. But, whatever you can do with a clothespin, you can do with C47. So next we have our flags. Come in a couple of different sizes, 2x3s or 18x24s. What I have with me are the 2x3s. We have a solid. You can use this to kind of block out light, or what we call negative fill. A single net will lower a light's output by half stop. You can kind of see the effects on that as, on, off, on, off. Your double net, which takes a full stop out of your light. You might also hear someone on set ask for a triple or a home run. A triple is a single and a double net together in front of the light, and a home run are two doubles. So to finish out, we're going to talk about onset terminology. Whether you're working the set, or maybe like you're a client of someone and you hear this on set a lot, this will kind of help you explain these terms so you're not just kind of like, what does he mean by that? 10-1 and 10-2. These are probably the two most important terms on any set. 10-1 means you're going to go do number one. Yeah, in the El Baño. And a 10-2 means you're going to do a number two, boys and girls. Pretty standard explanation on all that. Next up is hot points. You're gonna hear this from the grip department quite a bit, but basically it's like, let's say if a grip is carrying around a piece of track and he's coming around a corner, or he's walking through a space, and he's gonna yell hot points to make sure that he doesn't stick anyone with the pointy end. That's it for this episode of Talking Stories with TSM. Feel free to leave some comments. Send me a message at Joshua M. Long if you'd like to know any more about the gear that I talked about. Stay tuned for our next episode of Talking Stories at TSM.